done, boys. Quick and clean. Ah! Next time, I'm gonna be much better. Next time, I'm gonna learn from my mistakes. When it comes to video games, we tend to learn from our mistakes, get wiser and more intelligent with every turn, making the game more enjoyable, but also making the game beatable. Yet, when it comes to our real life, when we make a mistake or fail or anything, we tend to quit. Why is that? It doesn't make any sense. In our video games, we can be patient, wise, and accomplish something. But then when it comes to our real life, it's quite the opposite. Now, before we get too deep in this topic and maybe a little intimate, let's go to my favorite recording spot. Alright, so where were we? Yes. Why is it in games we can make mistakes and have the resilience to try again, learning with each turn? Yet in our lives, we're apt to quit when we make mistakes. It seems odd that we can have a heroic attitude in our games, yet not have one in our lives. Well, I'm in an inquisitive mood, so let's take a deeper look at how we can have a better attitude about the mistakes we make in our lives. It's kind of funny when you think about it. In every game we play, you can see that you rarely win on your first try. In basketball, you miss more shots than you make. In nature, the predator misses out on catching the prey numerous times. In sales, you get rejected way more than the sales you close. Man, I can keep coming up with examples, but you get the point. Not getting things on your first few attempts is apparent in life. Yet, when we go and try something and miss, we tend to quit. And the reason why we fall for this false illusion is due to what the media fills our heads with. When you go on the internet, you see the wonder kid starting their own company. Or you see the guru figure out all of life's problems in one go. Or on social media, you see everyone putting up their highlights of their lives. So when you see all this stuff, it makes you feel like you have to get things right on your first attempt and that you can't make any mistakes. This whole idea of making mistakes gives you this feeling of shame and not being good enough. But this is all wrong. Mistakes are a part of life. Let's repeat that again. Mistakes are a part of life. Anyone who tells you otherwise is full of shit. So whether it comes to building your social life, dating life, career, hobbies, etc., you are going to make mistakes, so you have to etch that in your mind. However, to really start believing in that idea, you have to start doing this one thing. You have to reduce your internet consumption. I read the book Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport, and it opened my eyes to how social media and the internet in general capitalize off you spending time on their sites and taking advantage of your insecurities. So if you want to live a life where mistakes are valuable, then consider reducing your internet consumption. And I highly recommend you read Digital Minimalism as well. Anyways, let's get back to the topic. Before we get to some tangible tactics, let's get a little philosophical first. When it comes to mistakes, we need to treat mistakes as valuable lessons, because mistakes teach us what we did wrong and where we can get better. And the beauty about mistakes is that we're learning through taking action. It's as if you're understanding the lessons on a deeper level since you are involved with your actions. Mistakes are valuable because they can teach you more than any guru can. The Roman poet Publius Syrus said it best 2,000 years ago. Practice is the best of all instructors. Alright, so let's get to the best tactics in learning from our mistakes. So the first one, self-reflection via journaling. If there is something you are pursuing, you want to take some time at the end of the day reflecting and writing down the things you did well and wrong. This self-reflection will make you realize not only the mistakes you made, but how and why you made them. And when you come to this conclusion on your own about your mistakes, those lessons tend to stick longer in your head compared to someone preaching it to you, because you now have the experience behind the mistake. So the next day when you are back to pursuing your goal, you are going to do it with a little more wisdom and with a better approach, where you can make new mistakes and reflect on those for the following evening. This cycle is on repeat and only helps you in perfecting whatever it is you are chasing. This was how I was able to figure out that I was needy in a lot of my past social interactions and why a lot of people didn't want to hang out with me. By reflecting on my mistakes and seeing how I made them, I was able to make adjustments moving forward. And if a dork like me can learn from his mistakes, so can you. Alright, so let's go to the second tactic, which is seeing a therapist. I'm not going to spend too much time on this since I do mention therapy in a lot of my past videos. Nonetheless, the thing about therapy is that it helps you re-examine yourself. It's a deeper self-examination of yourself, life, and the mistakes you've made. And this is kind of difficult to explain, but when you resolve your internal conflicts, it's almost like a paradigm shift, where it becomes easier to see what you did wrong in your past, why you did them, and how you can ensure you don't follow the same patterns. Then, after therapy, your past mistakes guide you into making better decisions for the rest of your life. A lot of my video topics are from the mistakes I made when I was living inauthentically. Having gone through that time of my life and having therapy to help me understand my mistakes, I'm able to live more intentionally, but with the wisdom of my mistakes. Okay, so that's all nice and dandy, but what if your entire life has been riddled with mistakes? Listen, I get it if your life has been riddled with mistakes, and it can be hard to see mistakes as valuable. However, it doesn't mean those mistakes were not valuable. Before we get deeper into this, reflect on this quote by Viktor Frankl. So live as if you were living already for the second time, and as if you had acted the first time as wrongly as you are about to act now. You see, you can start living your second life now. Only this time you have all the wisdom from the mistakes you've made, whether that was being in a toxic relationship, not being courageous, not resolving your internal issues, etc. With your second life, you can vow to not make any of the same mistakes and move forward in creating the life that you want. Just like a game, you're getting another attempt at making progress in your life, only this time you're a wiser and smarter. My life from 17 to 26 was not great. I had a traumatic family event at 17 that messed with me mentally. Plus, I was living in a toxic environment. So long story short, I lived a very scared life where I did not take any risks with school, career, dating, social life, did not stand up to bullies, did not demand respect from others, did not travel to the places I wanted to go. Yes, I went to therapy for a year, resolved my issues, but going through therapy made me reflect on all the mistakes I made. Although it was tough realizing all the mistakes I made, in the end it was valuable as it helped me approach my second life starting at the age of 29. Listen, we all wish we did things differently in the past, but remember, you have your second chance at life now. So go and do the right things, the hard things. Maybe that's seeing a therapist, maybe that's facing conflict with others, maybe that's being more honest. Whatever it is, start doing them now, since you are living your second life. Alright, I think I'm getting a little too intense, so let's hop onto the summary. Why don't we have the same attitude about mistakes made in games, but not in real life? Media and the internet give a false illusion of people reaching success with little to no mistakes. How to approach the mistakes we make in life. Self-reflection through journaling. And therapy. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you again for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my email list, and guys remember, you're not just any type of nerd, you're a charismatic nerd.